Well, welcome to another Blinded by Spice. Tonight, it's the Battle of the High Proofs. Now, I have 4 bourbon whiskeys on the tabletop tonight, and these 4 are not ones I go to very often. I certainly like them. I certainly have done reviews of them, but you know, as I said the other day, I really, off camera, don't drink much above 120. These are all above 125. I think 125 to 130 is the range. And although I do have some higher proof bourbons to that, they're what I call bourbon sharks. So, you know, kind of like a pool shark. They're automatic winners in their category. The 13th Colony, I think, is like 132 proof. Automatic obliterates anything around it. Same thing with the Stag 22A, obliterates. And my other one, which is actually a light whiskey, the Return of the King, is the highest proof whiskey I have. I think it's a 134.7, something like that. Anyways, those are bourbon or whiskey sharks, and they just would I'd automatically pick them first, second, and third. So it's just a matter of which one I'd put in fourth. So tonight, lesser drank, but high quality, and these are all ones you should be able to find in your local bottle shop. First up is the Jack Daniel's single barrel, and I know it's a cute little bottle, but when I first got into Jack Daniel's, I started with the smaller bottles, and I still have one of these. The single barrel proof, this is 129 proof. I think it's the highest of what's on the tabletop. My Larceny C923, which was a great version, it beat out my C922, which used to be my favorite Larceny. This comes in at 126.4 proof, and it is a wheated bourbon. Next up, which was a surprise for me from a craft distiller, the Watershed Barrel Strength. This is their single barrel selection. It was a store pick. But I see these in a lot of places. It's not uncommon to find this Watershed Barrel Strength in bottle shops. This particular one is 128 proof. And last but not least, also a single barrel store pick. But if you know anything about the Old Forester single barrels, they're picked for the bottle shops. You don't actually get to pick a barrel. They just say, hey, you want one? So this one is 128.7 proof. So all 125 to 130. They're all bourbons I enjoy, I've tasted, I've reviewed, but I hadn't had them in a good while. So tonight, we've got our little aged in ore flight set here, because I think all the other ones need to be washed. Labeled A, B, C, and D. My lovely assistant has poured the samples, so I don't know which is which, but we're going to go through and take them off the podium, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and figure out which one do I like best. So let's move these a little out of the way here so we can see what's going on. All right, we got our clock running here so we don't run too long, because I tend to blah, 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 don't I? So, I usually, if there's nothing in the way, I like to start on my right, so we're going to start on my right. And this is glass D, and you'll know what I'm tasting as I taste it. I have no idea what this one is. I do, I'm getting a little bit of a wheat smell to it, but I can't be sure. It's not that strong. Cheers. I don't think that is the wheater, which would be the Larceny. That's got a lot of pepper, a lot of spice right up front. Rich, just slightly sweet. Very bold, in your face bold. Wow. Let's go to glass C. This too smells like a weeder. Well, my nose isn't working tonight. This is also very, very mild. Even milder than D. Cheers. That's got more of a wheat profile to it. I get bourbon and I get molasses, brown sugar, and traditional notes there. It's not quite as bold as D, but the flavor is a milder flavor. I'm not picking up a lot of rye spice. If this is a rye bourbon, the rye spice is kind of muted. So let's go to glass B. So how am I doing so far? He's like he still hadn't picked out the weeder, has he? My snaz ain't working. Or maybe I just had the wrong glasses. Swirl it a little more. Now I'm picking more traditional notes here. I'm not picking up anything that smells like a weeder here. You watch, it'll be the weeder. Absolutely. Cheers. It's been so long since I've tasted any of these, it's not automatic for me. That was good. That was probably the sweetest of the three so far. Definitely traditional bourbon notes there. All of them are just, in-your-face spice. This one is the leader. This one is the spiciest. This one is the sweetest so far. So I wonder what A is going to be like. Maybe I'll finally get to that weeder, huh? These are not... I love these because they're etched and you never have to worry about labeling them. But they don't swirl real good like a Glencairn does. Or even my Bourbon Trail glasses. These are more difficult to swirl. Well, not really a whole lot. It's definitely my nose. It's definitely me. Because I'm really not picking up a whole lot from any of these out of these glasses. Cheers. Well, that's completely different. I wonder if that's the Jack. I mean, there was a lot of similarities in these three. This one, completely different profile. Jack Daniel's is a bourbon whiskey, but it's also a Tennessee whiskey, which means it goes through the Lincoln County process, which means charcoal filtering. I cheated a little bit. I had a second one with that. That one is definitely different. All right, gonna go back along here and we're gonna take something off. B is definitely the sweetest. It's got a lot of spice going on there. Of course, all of them like proof, yeah. You get that Kentucky hug. It doesn't take long at all for that to come through. But I'm really not getting any ethanol burned from any of them, which sometimes I get above 125. I'm not careful. I'm burning the crap out of the back of my throat. Just me. I'm thinking that one is the Larceny. Just something different in the profile. Just because it's wheated versus rye, it's not always, if it's still spicy, still got a lot of baking spices going on, it's not always obvious for me that it's a wheat or trying to pick it out. And if you don't pick up that wheat funk that people talk about, then it's even worse. And I'm not getting any wheat funk on any of these. So this Larceny, the C923, is really a fantastic weeder. So back to D. Wow, these three are so good. I'm thinking I'm going to have to take A off. It's good, but it's got a different profile to it. Either it's the Jack or the Larceny. I don't think it's the Waterford or the Old Forester. I'm gonna have to think about. I've not been going to Old Forester lately for anything, even though I love the Whiskey Row. We're gonna take off A. A is going to be in 4th place. So back now, B, C, and D. I'm gonna go back to the middle here. I'm not sure that is the Larceny because it's a little nutty. Could be, I'm saying it could be the Larceny or it could be the Waterford, and I'm probably completely wrong. It's good. I think I'm going to have to take off D, which they're all fantastic, especially these last three. Absolutely fantastic pours. But I think I like B and C the best. So D is in 3rd place. Now down to a real decision here. I can't tell the difference. Of course, we've had cold and hot and rainy weather, and my sinuses are totally screwed up. I really can't tell much difference between the two. So it comes down to taste. It has got kind of a little nuttiness to it. It's good, but it's different from all the rest. Oh, that's got, you taste that, go to this, you get just to go dump the pepper. Typically, I'm not a big fan of pepper spice right on the tip of the tongue, but the sweetness and the richness of this one tells me tonight that B is the winner. So we got A in 4th, D in 3rd, C in 2nd, and B in 1st place. Wow. So let me move this out of the way. Kind of OCD, isn't it? All right. We have our cheat card here, our cheat sheet, filled out by my lovely assistant. And glass A, which I thought tasted different, was for a reason. It is the Watershed in 4th place. Wow. So D, what was D? I'm saying it's the Jack. It's the Jack! And I really didn't look at it. So, comes down to what is number 1, the Larceny or the Old Forester single barrel? What came in first? Old Forester single barrel. Larceny was 2nd. So I kind of had that right. I said C. Remember I said C? I thought C might be the wheated. I was right. That rarely happens on this show. So, Watershed in 4th, Jack Daniels in 3rd, Larceny C923 in second, and the winner tonight is the Old Forester Single Barrel. It was a sweetness and spice bomb. It's absolutely delicious. I know I have a backup of the single barrel somewhere. It's from a different shop, but a lot of the single barrels I found are very similar to, unlike other single barrels that can vary a lot, I don't get a lot of difference between these Blue Label, I think it's blue, Old Forester single barrels. Now I'd love to have the single barrel in 100 because that's just my jam. 100 to 115, that really is my sweet spot for bourbon. So tonight, Old Forester, I missed you. I'm back in the Old Forester again. I'm going to have to drink more of that. It's getting cold outside, and this just warms the cockles. I'll have to look up what cockles are. I think I know what they are, but I don't want to say that on the channel. So tonight, a great blind. All of these are wonderful. The Watershed has got a little different profile to it. It's good, but it is a little different. I was surprised. I thought this would actually come in fourth. It came in third. No surprise here with the Larceny and the Old Forester. I would have said, you know, had I predicted first and second, I have no idea where. Probably would have predicted this in first because I just love this C923, but I just forgot how good this Old Forester single barrel is. So we hope you enjoyed the video. We'll comment and share. And if you would like us to do a different blind of high proof or anything, give us a suggestion in the comments. We're always up for new shows, new ideas, because I can't think of everything myself. I'm not that smart. So as always, please drink responsibly, never drink and drive, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Because I tend to blah, 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 don't I?